50,000 fin, mink, humpback, sei, and sperm whales have met their demise since 1986. Between the three whaling countries of Japan, Iceland, and Norway, 2,000 whales are slaughtered every year. I know that I have some animal lovers in the audience, some environmental enthusiasts as well. Every whale that I just named is on the endangered species list, some with critically low population numbers, all because of whaling. Being an animal lover who has done extensive research on whaling, I feel qualified to present this information to you today. The purpose of my speech is to persuade each and every one of you that whaling is a horrible practice and should be stopped. Throughout my speech, I will inform you of the cruel ways in which the whales are killed, the legal aspects surrounding the practice, and the importance of whales to our environment. The first reason why whaling should be stopped is the terrible way in which the whales are killed. According to the International Fund for Animal Welfare's website, whales are pursued to the point of exhaustion before being shot with exploding harpoons, often not fatally, therefore leaving the whale in unimaginable pain as they're dragged onto boat deck where they are shot, sometimes several times with high-powered rifles to end the suffering. Another way in which these beautiful creatures meet an untimely demise is suffocation. As you well know, whales are mammals and require oxygen for survival. Thus, when a whale is harpooned in the tail region and dragged backwards towards the whaling boat, the head is forced underwater, which starts a slow, inhumane suffocation process that leads to death. The last and longest process of murder for these gentle giants is bleeding out. In this case, an exploding harpoon does not catch, or the line is broken in the struggle, leaving a huge gaping hole in the whale. Full-grown whales have an enormous amount of blood circulating throughout their bodies, so you can imagine the torture that these animals go through during this process. Death is imminent, but it is an immensely painful and slow-going process that lasts several days. A second very important reason that whaling should be stopped is the legal aspect of this practice. The International Whaling Commission, or IWC, placed a global ban on all commercial whaling in 1986. According to internationalwhaleprotection.org, this ban came after it was noted that whale population had dropped drastically. Furthermore, the Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species forbids the trade of whale products such as meat, baleen, and blubber. Unfortunately, due to the non-binding nature of the international agreements, the whaling nations have simply opted out of the established regulations and continue hunting these marine mammals. Japan has found a loophole in the agreement that allows for research-based whaling and continues to slaughter countless whales under false pretense. Even after the IWC Scientific Committee has declared that lethal research options are not necessary for whale studies, whaling continues. As for Norway and Iceland, they claim that whaling is a cultural aspect in their countries and continues the killing of numerous whales each year. The final reason for the whaling practice to be stopped is the benefits that whales contribute to our environment. According to whalefacts.org, whales are vital to the regulation of the food chain in our oceans. The blue whale, the largest species in our oceans, consumes about 40 million krill daily. Now that may seem like a lot. However, consider the fact that if the whales did not eat the krill would overpopulate the oceans and offset the ecosystem. Furthermore, the sperm whale's excrement helps to stimulate the growth of phytoplankton, which in turn feeds the organisms that feed on plankton, which includes several species of whale. Even humans are indirectly affected by whales. Going back to the phytoplankton that we talked about earlier, while these tiny little organisms are photosynthetic powerhouses that remove 400,000 tons of carbon from our atmosphere every single year. With the removal of carbon is the release of oxygen, which is required for all human life on Earth. Again, the purpose of my speech today is to persuade each and every one of you that whaling is a horrible practice and should be stopped. I have informed you of the terrible ways in which the whales are killed, the legal aspects surrounding the practice, and the importance of whales to our environment. Because I am an animal lover and have done extensive research on whaling, I felt qualified to bring you this information today. Put yourself in the place of the whales for just a minute. Put on their tail fin, look through their eyes for just a moment. The pain, the agony, the anguish, and the fear they feel the moment that harpoon explodes beneath the skin. I certainly would not want to experience it, and I'm sure you agree with me. The numbers do not lie. The endangered species list isn't getting any shorter. The horrible practice of whaling needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Thank you.